Chicken nuggets from major brands like Tyson and McDonald's are often viewed as quick, satisfying, and kid-friendly foods. Their golden, crispy exterior and savory flavor make them a go-to option for busy families and fast food lovers. But behind their convenient appeal lies a deep layer of processing, chemical additives, and questionable nutritional value that significantly changes what might otherwise be a wholesome protein source. The transformation from whole chicken to a mass-produced nugget is not just a matter of shape and breading. It's a fundamental alteration of both quality and health impact. What begins as chicken muscle often ends up as a mix of lower-quality parts, mechanically separated meat, skin, and fillers. These are ground together into a paste that's molded into uniform shapes, pre-breaded, fried, and frozen before ever reaching the consumer. In the case of Tyson Nuggets and McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, the final product is far from a simple piece of chicken. It's been broken down, recombined, and re-engineered using a long list of additives, preservatives to extend shelf life, binders to hold it all together, and artificial flavors to simulate the taste of real meat. The end result is something that looks like food but behaves more like a processed product designed to meet shelf life requirements and production efficiency, not health. One of the most concerning aspects is the high sodium content, which can range from 500 to 700 milligrams or more per serving. That's a significant chunk of the recommended daily limit, packed into just a few small pieces. When these are eaten regularly, especially by children who are often the target market, this can contribute to early onset hypertension and increase the risk of heart disease later in life. Add to that the presence of additives like sodium phosphates, which can stress the kidneys and alter mineral balance, and you start to see how the nutritional downside adds up quickly. The frying process compounds the issue. Nuggets from both Tyson and McDonald's are pre-fried in industrial oils high in omega-6 fatty acids and then often fried again before serving. This double exposure to high-heat oils not only loads the product with excess fat, but also introduces inflammatory compounds linked to metabolic disorders and cardiovascular issues. Most consumers don't realize that what appears to be a light, crunchy coating is actually a sponge for degraded oils and trans fat-like substances that accumulate during repeated heating. On the surface, chicken nuggets are marketed as a source of protein, but their actual macronutrient balance tells a different story. Compared to a grilled chicken breast, the protein in nuggets is diluted with starches, fats, and binders. Many versions contain as much or more fat than protein per serving, and that fat is often the least beneficial kind. Meanwhile, there's little to no fiber, a negligible amount of vitamins or minerals, and absolutely none of the benefits you'd get from whole, unprocessed poultry. The ingredients list can easily stretch past 20 items, many of which have no business being in something advertised as chicken. The influence of branding and familiarity also plays a powerful role. For example, McDonald's Chicken McNuggets have become a cultural icon, often perceived as a harmless treat or comfort food. But this familiarity masks their reality as an ultra-processed item engineered for taste, not nourishment. The same goes for frozen nuggets like those from Tyson, which are frequently served at home as a quick dinner option. The normalization of such processed foods is a key factor in rising diet-related health issues, as it makes it easier for individuals and families to choose convenience over real nutrition, often without fully realizing the long-term impact. What's especially troubling is how early these eating habits start. Children develop taste preferences and eating patterns from a young age, and regular exposure to hyperpalatable foods like chicken nuggets can shape lifelong tendencies towards salty, fried, and heavily processed meals. Over time, this can contribute to poor dietary quality, weight gain, reduced sensitivity to satiety cues, and a higher likelihood of chronic disease. Parents may assume they're offering a protein-rich meal when, in reality, they're serving something closer to a fast food product than a whole food. The industrial scale of production is also worth questioning. Processing facilities focus on speed, cost-cutting, and uniformity, not on preserving the integrity or nutrition of the original ingredients. Every step of the process is optimized for profit, and that often means choosing the cheapest parts, the most shelf-stable additives, and the most energy-efficient cooking methods, not what's best for your health. In moderation, chicken nuggets may not pose an immediate threat, but as a regular fixture in the diet, they are far from benign. They represent a deeper issue in modern eating habits, the prioritization of convenience and taste over real nourishment. When stripped of marketing and nostalgia, what remains is a highly engineered, heavily processed food that's difficult to justify as a healthy choice. The transformation from chicken to nugget is more than a culinary shortcut. It's a warning sign of how far our food can drift from its natural form, with consequences that quietly accumulate over time.